Hello and welcome to The Print. I'm DK Singh. With me here today is my colleague in Bangalore, Sharan Poovanna. I've got a very special guest for you, Mr. M B Patil, former Home Minister of Karnataka, Chairman of the Campaign Committee of the Congress, and the party's Lingayat face. You know how important the Lingayats are in Karnataka election? He is the face of the party. To start with, sir, how are the preparations? You are heading the campaign committee, and campaign committee chairperson is usually one of the principal contenders for the chief ministerial post.
Sanjay, here in Karnataka, we are not at the chief ministerial considerations. We want the party to come back to power on its own by winning at least of 130 to 140 seats. And as you asked about the preparations since beginning, whether the PCC president, CLP leader Siddaramaiah, myself, or all the party MLAs, functionaries, we are in the field and the campaign in exposing the BJP here. The development has taken a back seat. Their corruption has gone rampant. It's called now pay CM and 40% commission. So all these things have gone to the people now, and we are now traveling to each constituencies, assembly segments, with two groups of one of the PCC president and one of the CLP leader. I'm part of the CLP leaders, Siddaramaiah, because this one campaign is in the northern Karnataka, and I prefer to be there. So now the people have understood about the BJP government's failure here in Karnataka. There's no development. When I say that, during 2013 to 2018, we had built 15 lakh houses for the poor. In the last 4 years of BJP government, in the entire state, they have not built a single house. When I say one, whether it is Chief Minister Bommai's constituency, or Mr. Yediyurappa's constituency, or any other BJP leader's constituency, they have not built a single house. And they have not paid the balance amount of the ongoing houses which were in different stages, like lintel stage, roof stage, foundation stage. They're also deteriorating there. So we have a very good chance in Karnataka. They have seen the government between 2013 to 2018, when Siddaramaiah's government was there. There was no allegations. There were no allegations. We did so many schemes for the poor, Anna Bhagya, Shira Bhagya, Krishi Bhagya. We had promised in 2013 168 in our promises in our manifesto. Out of 165, we have addressed 158. We have completed 158 promises. BJP in 2018, Mr. Yediyurappa, has promised around 600 in their manifesto, out of which only 50 have been fulfilled. So 550 promises have not been fulfilled by them. And again, there was a budget day was yesterday. Last budget, what Mr. Bommai had this one, hardly 56% of the amount has been spent. More than 212 budget promises have not been done. They are remain in paper.
So if I may interrupt, while you're talking about the alleged governance failures, the fact is the BJP is contesting election in the name of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. You see this campaign rhetoric around polarization along communal lines. Then the BJP's strategy in the state has been caste-centric for a long time. Why I'm asking this question is, if it's in the context of
I'll answer
the Lingayats. So BJP's campaign or BJP political strategy in Karnataka has always been hinging on Lingayats.
Correct.
Probably because Yediyurappa was somebody who actually made the BJP what it is today. That could be one reason. Another is probably because Lingayats got alienated from the Congress after the way Veerendra Patil was unceremoniously ousted as the chief minister.
One is with Veerendra Patil as PCC president in 1988-89. We had a historical win. We won around 176 seats. Never before, and I don't see in coming future also we may get that mandate. Veerendra Patil had a paralytic stroke. He was not well. So naturally, a person who's not well cannot function as a chief minister. But somewhere there was an anti-propaganda by the opposition that the removal was bad. See, maybe it should have been made a little better by involving the family members, the Mertz and his followers, and the successor also should have been this one. But fact remains is a person who is not well cannot function as that has been a mispropaganda against Congress. Thereafter, which the Lingayat community alienated from this to Janata Party, now to the BJP. Now there is a situation, Yediyurappa was healthy. Why did you remove Yediyurappa as a chief minister? He's the most popular leader in the Lingayat community. Now they say, well, okay, we are replaced with Bommai. Their original plan was not to replace with Bommai. They understood the backlash tomorrow. I made a statement. Shamnu Shushankapa, the Virisha Mahasabha president, made a statement. Swamiji started protesting against it. They were compelled to make Bommai as the chief minister because they saw that Lingayat backlash during elections will happen because time was very short. So after Yediyurappa's removal, what we see is the people who have voted to BJP in the last elections, if there are 100 people who voted for BJP in the last elections, the people who voted to BJP, out of that, we see around 40-50 votes will come to us.
Before I come to the next question, now I ask you the question, why did Rajiv Gandhi drop Veerendra Kumar? Now you are asking me, why did BJP drop Yediyurappa? Anyway, I'm not getting into that debate. Just to tell our viewers, Veerendra Patil was a very tall Lingayat leader of Karnataka. He was the chief minister. As he said, he got a paralytic attack. He was bedridden. Rajiv Gandhi happened to visit here. He visited him. While going back at the airport, he announced that, on 4 days or 5 days later, there will be a CLP meeting or legislature party meeting and there will be a change of guard in the state. Obviously, some political drama happened for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks after that. But finally, Patil had to go. And that has been a big problem for the Congress in Karnataka, that historical, that background. This is what we are talking about, how Lingayats got alienated. But my question to you, sir, is, okay, fine, whatever happened, then happened. And now you're talking about Yediyurappa. But what has your party done for
Rajiv Gandhi was not at fault. Rajiv Gandhi was never at fault. Of course, he announced it in the airport. He had sent a delegation of Antony and some people also there. So it was Jafar Sharif ji who advised him, that being from the state, being a senior leader to Rajiv Gandhi ji, see, the state cannot function with in this condition, so you have to announce. But it was mistook by this one. Rajiv ji was not of this one to announce it in the when he was here at the airport. It was Jafar Sharif ji suggested, a senior suggested, Raju was young, he was still this one. He thought maybe the state cannot function without a chief minister. In that, this one, he got carried away.
But having said that, my question is, what has the Congress done since then to bring Lingayats back into its fold? We get a sense that Congress has just given up on Lingayats, that let them remain with the BJP and let us reconfigure political equations here, do something else. Let Lingayats be with the BJP.
No. Congress has also understood the importance of this one. Now the party is totally convinced that Lingayats will vote for us and we should give due representation. They made me a campaign committee chairman now, a Lingayat. So tomorrow, ticket distribution, wherever Lingayats will win. We have also placed some facts and figures in front of them. The South Karnataka and Bangalore city, there is no representation for Lingayats. Very meager. Bangalore city doesn't have one Lingayat MLA. Although
It
20
has
lakh
about
things, you have
20
to
lakh
ticket here.
Lingayats, huh.
We have to give tickets to Lingayats here. Mysore one, Chamarajnagar one, Nagar, of course, we are giving Mysore. Then Tumkur, Chitradurga, Hassan, Chikmagalur. And party is very, I'm hopeful that party has understood it and they do that justice. So the beginning will start now. The beginning of getting Lingayats into this one we has started already, and it is on a positive note. Party very well understands, and I'm also in there in the screening committee. See, and wherever Lingayats population is our due. Whatever Lingayats do, like others, everybody has a right. The scheduled caste has, they will see so many seats to scheduled caste, so many seats to backwards, so many seats to Vakal caste, so many seats to Lingayats, so many seats to Nayakas, the ST, Valmikis, so many seats to all other communities which have the according to their population, and this one, and the winnability factor also. Keeping all this in mind, I think party is now in the right direction. We will this time get justice and we'll do away with that anti-propaganda, what has happened, that Lingayats are not there with Congress. Lingayats will get their due representation this
I
time.
think I'll let my colleague basically ask you a counter question. But before that, for our viewers from outside Karnataka, if you can tell us who are Lingayats, why are they so important in Karnataka? Because everybody, whenever you talk about Karnataka politics, Lingayats, Vocal Lingayats, who are these Lingayats and why are they so important in Karnataka politics for viewers from outside Karnataka?
Yeah, you see, when you go to Uttar Pradesh, you have the Brahmins and you have the Thakus. There's a major community over there. So Lingayat population is around 17% in the state officially, and they say it's around 22%.
Largest
here.
group?
The largest group. So we come from the Basveshwara, Lord Basveshwara in the 12th century, who was a social reformer. It was under his Anubhava Mantapa, the world's first parliament. All of the oppressed communities, untouchables, everybody got together. And that parliament, Anubhava Mantapa is a parliament, the first parliament in the world. So that social engineering has made Lingayat very, very important with Basveshwara because we have taken everybody along. Lingayat is a casteless religion, not secular. It's a casteless religion. And there is no difference between a woman and a man. We are all equals. And there is this one also in social, this one, nobody is superior and nobody is inferior. Like somewhere they treat the Dalits are inferior.
And do they identify themselves in the larger Hindu thing as Hindus, the way we look at it?
No. It's some sort of a rebellion against the Hindus. What in the Hindu system, the fourfold caste system, like the Brahmins, the Vaishyas, the Shudras, you're doing away with the Shudras. Here we don't believe in the fourfold caste system. Chaturvarna, what we call. Equality. This is what Basvana and this one. And in the Anubhava Mantapa, all the people were there. From all the religions. Even the smallest of smallest community, like a carpenter. Even a prostitute was also there. In that Anubhava Mantapa. Sule Sankava. See, then we had fishermen, Ambekar Chodaya. We have Dalits there. Everyone in that parliament. And with the local language of Kannada, the vachanas, which have a lot of meanings, like the poems it's called, to communicate with the rural masses, common masses, who can understand that local language. This was what? Basveshwara, the Lingayatism. Anybody can become a Lingayat. If you accept, have a Ishtalinga and put a lingam, you can also become a Lingayat.
That's how Rahul Gandhi became a Lingayat.
Yes, you can. You too can. It's so simple. It's the most simple way of life. Whatever the ill things were there in Hinduism, superstitions, the inequalities, they did it away from this one. We are all Hindus in the national scenario. Those who are in India, this one we are all Hindus. But when it comes to this one, we are against the Chaturvarna. Like the Jains, and 6.
Mhm.
The Jain 6 and 6 are not part of Hindus.
Mm.
But they're all Indians. We're all Indians. We're all Hindus, one way. It's similar to what Jain and Sikhism so on. And here is the more another part, the salient feature of the Lingayat one is you work and you eat.
Mm.
You work and you eat and you feed the who are hungry. Kayaka and Dasoha. Kayaka means work. Dasoha means feed poor, who are hungry.
So, because you are 17% in Karnataka, you become politically very important. But how is it that after Veerendra Patil, Congress never tried to project a Lingayat face?
See, whatever has happened now. There should have been a due representation. There were, but not adequate. We Lingayats, what today's level we are, it may not have happened. Not that there was not representation. There were tickets given to Lingayats. Lingayats were made ministers. Lingayats were made PCC presidents also at one or two occasions. Veerendra was there. Kaujilgi was there as a PCC president. Not that this one, but much more is required to gain this one. And we have a very good chance now after Yediyurappa's removal. After Yediyurappa's removal, Yediyurappa was a tall leader. After Yediyurappa, there is a vacuum. Boma is also Lingayat, but not to the stature of Mr. Yediyurappa. We have a chance here. So this time, with proper ticket given to Lingayat, wherever they were winnability and all this, getting the confidence of that community, we will get more number of seats.
But the Congress will never have a Lingayat chief minister.
Who says so? See, Congress has a system. Once the election, after the elections, we should get majority on our own, 130, 140. Then the Congress legislature party will meet. MLA's opinion. After the MLA's opinion, the High Command, ACC President, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, they all decide who's going to be the chief ministerial candidate. They have not announced chief ministerial candidate now. And there are many more people. There is Siddaramaiah, there is D.K. Shivakumar, there is Dr. Parmeshwar, there is M B Patil, there is Ramalinga Reddy, there is Krishna Bairegowda.
For all you know, Mallikarjun Kharge too.
Mallikarjun Kharge is now the ACC president. He's the ACC president, and I cannot bring his name now. Because he's the ACC president, he has a tenure. Being an ACC president, he cannot technically now be a...
No, Congress presidents have been prime ministers.
He's much above the chief ministerial thing. Don't bring his name. So we all respect his elderly man. He's got a lot of experience, and his experience will bring us a lot of strength to our party, he being the ACC president.
So in 2018, you had attempted to give the Lingayats a separate religion status, which at that time was perceived as the reason Congress lost power after 5 years. See, is that sword still hanging over the Congress?
No. That's a past, and it was not only Lingayats because of the Lingayat religion. See, there was a question where we wanted to give justice to all the sub-communities. Today, what has happened? All the sub-communities, Pancham Sal reservation now. The subsect is asking reservation. When that Lingayat movement was happening, the reservation for like the Jains and Sikhs, the entire Lingayat religion would have got minority status. Every Lingayat medical, I have a medical college, I am the president of a medical college. Every 50% of the seats would have to go to Lingayat. So Shushengappa, Prabhakar Kore, Charantimat, so many Lingayat colleges are there. 1,000 medical seats would have got. And he had the representations in KPSC and UPSC both. Thousands of, nearly about 10,000 seats of engineering, MBA, pharmacy, nursing, so many things are there. It was mistaken that time. That what happened, we had very close to elections. BJP used it, RSS, and some of our friends, they did this anti-propaganda, so that is one. Now what has happened? Now they have realized. Pancham Sal is asking for reservation. All the subsects have they have divided now. That time it was 99 subcasts together. Now it is A, B, C, D, Z.
Okay.
So now people have understood that. But still we don't want to go on that. Now we are all one. We are working on this one, what to do about the community.
So what
now
are you doing?
Two Pancham Salis have come on the road. Now they're not asking reservation for the entire Lingayat, this one, they're asking for their own Subsect now.
Subsect, yes.
This was where the Lingayat movement was there. Lingayat religion, this one was there.
So how will you solve it?
So if we try to do something, talk about it now, during the election, this one, again, they will give it a color. I do not want to talk on that. So after the elections, all of the faction, everybody will meet together and see what best can be done to help all the sub-communities and keep it united. There are subsects. I said there are 99 subsects, out of which around 40-45 are very active groups, subsects. Do we have to keep them alone, together? You are 17% when we are all together. If you split in A, B, C, D, then it becomes Lingayat 1 subsect, 4%, 1%, 2%, 3%. Politically also it is a defeat.
Sure.
So other than the issuing of tickets, and you said that they will be prioritized in certain areas, is there any other way that you're trying to reach out to this community?
The community at large has understood. BJP removed Yediyurappa. They were not interested to do Bommai. After the protest and all this, because they felt there will be backlash before elections, they dropped that idea of making some other person as a chief minister, which they wanted to do. Otherwise, there's no point removing Yediyurappa. But if they wanted to do Yediyurappa, remove Yediyurappa and do Bommai, why should have at the first place? Why should they have removed Yediyurappa?
But
their thinking was different. Their thinking was one Lingayat to another Lingayat. There's no question to remove Yediyurappa. And Yediyurappa was a taller leader than Bommai. They felt the backlash. There it was inevitable for them to put a Lingayat Bommai. Community knows about it. But after community also knows, even if BJP, it will not come to power. They will not win more than 60-70 seats. Even if BJP, hypothetical question, even if it comes to power in 2023, BJP will not make Lingayat a chief minister. Community knows about it. Bommai will not be there as chief minister. Everybody knows about it.
So you think they'll actually move towards the Congress?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. What are the signs you're seeing that you're saying that they'll actually move to the Congress?
See, now, when we go to the community, when we go to the campaign everywhere, the Lingayats are coming out in open to support the Congress. There are reasons, of course, the misrule, the corruption, the anti-development, this one. They spoiled the state's image. And that together, everything now says the Lingayats are fair, okay. This time we should be with Congress.
Also, sir, we'll move from the Lingayat question a little.
Yeah, you asked me that. I didn't want to.
So, at the moment, Congress's challenges, are they coming more from within the Congress or from the outside, sir?
There's nothing within the Congress.
I mean, the perception of the fight within, DK Shivakumar and Siddaramaya's fight, the fight over who will be the next chief minister.
I have to know chief minister. If Siddaramaya wants to be chief minister, he can't become chief minister. If DK Shivakumar wants to become, he cannot become the chief minister. Chief minister, after we get 130, 140, legislature party meeting, MLA's opinion, and the High Command, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, or based on the opinion of the MLAs, will become the chief minister. Nobody can take it granted that I can become chief minister, you can become chief minister, including myself.
So from 2018 to now, what do you see as the major difference in how you looking at differences? 2018, your election campaign versus...
2018, we gave a very good government. People did not realize that. Now they have realized. You saw the function of Siddaramaya's 75th birthday celebrations in Davangere. 20 lakh people. Why? It was not there in 2018. And wherever he goes now, there's this one. Because now they've understood. They've seen the difference between A and B. Siddaramaya government and present Bommai government. Now they have realized.
So you are saying there is no infighting in the Congress. Well, there never was, I would say. Anyway, I'll take your word for it. But my point is, what is your biggest challenge from here in the next 3 months? Where do you think you need to improve and...
See, if we continue in the same level, it is enough. We should not make any mistakes, any controversial statement. And the very most important thing is the distribution of tickets. the right distribution of tickets will take us to 130, 140. And that this I've been telling in the party openly also. We should not make any mistakes in ticket distribution. And we should not make any mistakes, any controversial statements, any wrongdoing and all this. If we are at this, we will people are ready to vote for us, they'll vote for us.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has visited Karnataka at least 5 times in the past 2 months, 2.5 months.
Yeah.
He is the BJP's face.
So
how much does he swing the results here?
See,
that Modi phenomenon.
See, Modi's magic will not work here. The fact remains, what central government has given? What central government has given? अच्छे दिन कहाँ पे आए यहाँ पे? Petrol rate, diesel rate, gas cylinder rate, cooking oil rate, steel, cement, GST on notebooks and pencils. People are facing the burden. अच्छे दिन नहीं आए. सबके साथ सबके विकास, that also did not happen. And I was talking about, you mentioned about polarization. These people did hijab, halal, ajaan. People are fed up. Now if they want to do any polarization now, people will throw away these people. They have seen this enough now. And people have forgotten all those issues.
So we're focusing excessively on the
You might have seen it. No,
yeah,
Ajaan, who's talking about hijab now? Who's talking about Ajaan? Who's talking about this one? There can't be any further polarization. And Modi's magic will not work. Unemployment, 2 crore jobs. Where are the 2 crore jobs? Per year, 8 years, 16 crore jobs were to be given. Pakodo maran bejne ke liye bheja aapne. What is there? What can Modi tell? Of course, one Modi coming frequently shows that these people are bankrupt. The state government doesn't have anything to say. They are all dependent upon Modi. And that's a true fact. They are dependent on Modi and Shah. He'll do some magic. But no magic can be done.
On this note, sir, I will wind up our discussion. Thank you so much for talking to the
Thank you.
print.
Nice talking to you.
Thanks a lot.
Nice talking to
Thank you, sir.